Hi friends, welcome to the study of the third part of the coastal plains of India, but coming to the eastern part, that is we are doing the east coastal plains of India. Now what I mean by the east coastal plains of India, that is the plains of India which lie between the Eastern Ghats and the Bay of Bengal region. And you know that these plains are comparatively broader, they have delta, and they have rich fertile agriculture soil on the eastern coast of India. That is the basic difference between the west coastal plain, that is the east coastal plains are broad, they are somewhat straight coastline, they are having fertile soils, and they have large deltas here because the long rivers, that is river Godavari, river Krishna, river Ganga, they form large deltas in this region. Now let us study how do we divide the east coastal plain of India. If this is a map of India, obviously some part of India lies in the, some part of the east coastal plain lie in the state of Orissa, some part of them lie in the state of Andhra, while some part of it lie in the state of Tamil Nadu. So the east coastal plains of India which lie in the Orissa are known as Utkal plains, The which lie in the state of Andhra are known as Andhra plains. Obviously I am not writing here the name because the name itself suggests that they lie in the state of Andhra Pradesh. They are known as Andhra plains. And which lie in the state of Tamil Nadu is known as Coromandel coast. Known as Coromandel coast in the state of Tamil Nadu. Remember, the east coastal plains, all the east coastal plains is an example of an emerged coastline. This is an example of an emerged coastline. And as on any emerged coastline, therefore you will find here lagoons are here. Therefore, lagoons are found on this region. Now, what is the focus area for examination, or where you should focus on the examination while studying the east coastal plain? The first area of focus is which rivers flow through which plains. Which are the rivers flowing through the plains. Second focus area is if any important geographical feature like lagoon or like a large lake is located in this plain, you will have to focus on that. If any important lake or lagoon is located here, if any important lake or lagoon is located here. Ports, you can just look at it in the atlas, because anyways we are going to deal with the ports as a separate topic, so I am not going to teach it here, the different kinds of ports. The third thing is, I have dealt with some of the places which are, that is, यहाँ पे for example Guntur district is important for tobacco cultivation in India on the west coastal plain. So this is where you should focus. So go through the slides, write down what is there in the slides, and thus you will be able to revise this. Again, the east coastal plains are known as Utkal plains of Orissa, Andhra plains of Andhra Pradesh, and Coromandel coast of Tamil Nadu. Sometimes this area is also known as northern Sarkars. Northern Sarkars. Remember, northern Sarkar is an coastal plain which lies between Mahanadi delta and Krishna delta. And the Krishna delta. That means what you have to remember from the exam point of view, I'll just shift myself. From the exam point of view, you will have to remember that the Northern Sarkars is the name of east coast of the East Coastal Plains in Orissa and Andhra Pradesh. Name of East Coastal Plains in Orissa and Andhra Pradesh. Now let us study first the Orissa plain, then we will study come to the Andhra plains, and lastly to the Coromandel coast. At the same time, at the end of this lecture, we will do some of the important, interesting map pointing questions which can be asked. So the first is about the Utkal plains. The Utkal plains are the coastal plains in the Odisha. Now, what area you have to focus is, this area is drained by Mahanadi river. This area is drained by Mahanadi river, and rice is the most important crop of this region. You can open this page of the atlas here. That is the major map, the first map of India, the political, or you can take the physical map, but political map will be more easier. And you can see the one of the most important feature of the Utkal plains is the Chilka Lake. What is this Chilka Lake? It is the largest lagoon in Asia, the largest lagoon in India. That means it is an example of the largest brackish water lake in India. We will come to the Chilka Lake in the next slide. But remember, the other rivers which drain this Utkal plains are Brahmani, Baitrani, and Subarnarekha. But the most important river is river Mahanadi. So Utkal plains means river Mahanadi should come in your mind. And when Mahanadi comes in your mind, the state which should come in your mind is Odisha. Odisha or Orissa. Now, opposite this plains near Bhubaneswar in the northern part, if this is the east coastal plain of India, and yahan pe there is a Chilka Lake, in the northern part there is a small island which is known as a Wheeler Island. There is a small island which is known as an Wheeler Island. What is the importance of this Wheeler Island? This lake is a Chilka Lake here. The importance of the Wheeler Island lies that it is India's missile testing center, is known as an Wheeler Island. Now it has been recently renamed as Abdul Kalam Island. So in which state does the Wheeler Island lie? It lies in the state of Odisha. What is the importance of Wheeler Island? It is India's missile testing center. That is, most of the missiles of India's integrated continental missile development program, or India's ballistic missile program, that is the Akash, Agni, Astra, BrahMos, Nirbhay, Prahar, Prithvi, Shaurya, Advanced Air Defense, and Prithvi Air Defense. All these missiles are tested on the Wheeler Island. And now it is known as it is a tribute to the missile man of India, the great Abdul Kalam, and therefore it is known as an Abdul Kalam Island. It is known as an Abdul Kalam Island, a tribute to the youth icon of India, and therefore it has been given the name of an Abdul Kalam Island. Question if it asks, where is the Wheeler Island located? Off the coast of Orissa. It is located off the coast of Orissa. It is located off the coast of an Odisha. So the Utkal plains, Odisha, rice is the important crop, drained by Mahanadi. The other important rivers are Baitarani, Brahmani, and Subarnarekha. It is off the coast of Orissa near Bhubaneswar. There is a location, Wheeler Island is there, not opposite the Chilka Lake. Just to the north of the Chilka Lake is Wheeler Island, and this small island is the missile testing center for India. And you can see the Wheeler Island is the missile testing center for India, and China has taken on lease a island which is located just to the north of, just to opposite, not exactly opposite, but to the opposite side of the Wheeler Island, that is the Cocos Island. Cocos Island belongs to Burma or Myanmar, but it has been leased by China. Can we say it has been leased by China to keep a watch on Indian satellite launching center and India's missile launching center? Where is the satellite launching center? I will come to that in the next slide. So this is the important thing about Utkal plains, you remember. What is the other important thing about Utkal Plains is Chilka Lake. Chilka Lake, we will come to the Chilka Lake itself. Then, now, prelims, mains, interview, they can ask you science questions on the science, take on the questions of defense. So what I expect you, the names of the missiles I have given there, go through the net, go through India Air book and just do each and every missile. What you should study about these missiles, though it is not related to geography, study the range of this missile and study why this missile is, whether it is surface to surface missile, whether it is surface to air missile, whether it is anti-tank missile. Go through these missiles in detail. Study the range and the use of these missiles in detail. That will cover your some of the questions in preliminary examination and also in interview. I don't think too much of a missile questions comes in the mains examination. Now the next slide we will study, in the next slide we will study the Andhra Plains. The Andhra Plains lie to the southern part of lie to the south of Utkal Plains and extends up to Pulicat Lake. Now if I try to draw an Andhra Plain, you will see two important features here. One is a small lake here known as Pulicat Lake, and then you will find another lake here known as Kolleru Lake. So this part is the Andhra Plain region. You have Kolleru Lake here and you have Pulicat Lake here. You have Pulicat Lake here. You can look at it in the atlas. This is not the only feature. You can see this region is drained by the two important rivers, the second largest and the third largest rivers of India, that is River Godavari and River Krishna. River Godavari and River Krishna. So it is drained by two importants, Krishna, Godavari, and between the river Krishna and Godavari lies the Kolleru Lake. Kolleru, Kolleru Lake is the important feature, and to the southern part is the Pulicat Lake. So if the question comes in UPSC, arrange these lakes from north to south. What was the first lake we studied here? Was Chilka Lake. Uske baad, then comes the Kolleru Lake. Then comes the Pulicat Lake. So these are the three important lakes on the eastern coast of India from north to south. Now this Andhra Plains are drained by river Godavari, which is the biggest river of second biggest river of India after river Ganga in India. We are considering only in India, therefore river Brahmaputra and river Indus are not included. Then river Krishna and a small river known as Penneru River or Pennar River. So if I again draw the map here, then we can see the Andhra Plain has Kolleru Lake here. Then this is the Western Ghat region. River Godavari originates in the Western Ghat region, makes delta. River Krishna originates, makes a delta, and over the period of time this lake, which was lagoon, now has been filled up by the sediments, forming a Kolleru Lake. So there is a Kolleru Lake. This lake here is Pulicat Lake. This lake here is a Pulicat Lake. This lake यहाँ पे is Chilka Lake. Does it lie in the Andhra Plains? No, it lies in the Utkal Plains. It lies in Utkal Plains. And you can see here there is a small river which is known as river Penneru. So this is Godavari, this is Krishna, and this is Penneru River. And therefore we say that it is drained by Godavari 1, Krishna 2, and Penneru or the Pennar river system, that is 3 and 3. This is the third river. Now, the questions which can come in the examination, they can ask you whether Godavari, Penneru is a tributary of Godavari or Krishna or not. Is it a tributary of a Krishna or Godavari, or is it an independent river? It is an independent river. It is a smaller river which lies on the eastern part of India. It is an independent river. It is not a tributary of Krishna or Godavari. Then second, they can ask you, arrange the lakes from north to south. North mein Chilika Lake, Utkal Plains, then Kolleru Lake, and southernmost part is the Pulicat Lake. After the Pulicat Lake, the plains here are to the south of the Pulicat Lake. This plain is known as Coromandel Coast. Now, what is the most important feature of the Andhra Plains? The most significant feature of this plain is the delta formation by the rivers Godavari and Krishna. Remember, these two deltas have merged with each other. The other important feature is the Kolleru Lake and the Pulicat Lake. What is the economic importance of these plains? We have known that delta region is highly fertile, and obviously because this lies in the delta region, even this region is highly fertile. So this region is highly fertile, where the important crops is rice, tobacco, and other is aquaculture is highly practiced. If you say tobacco, remember India mein tobacco ke liye famous is the Guntur district of Andhra Pradesh. So in the Guntur district of Andhra Pradesh is one of the largest producers of tobacco in India. When we say tobacco, remember it is the Guntur district of Andhra Pradesh. So tobacco means Guntur district. Guntur district lies in which state? In the Andhra Pradesh. In which physiographical formation? In the Andhra Plains region. The Guntur district lies in the Andhra Plains. Remember, tobacco, Guntur. Chikmagalur, coffee. Mandya, sugarcane. Remember these districts. Though Chikmagalur we have done earlier on the west coastal plain, in the Western Ghat region. So, Mandya, we will come to that while doing the river system. So, this is an important feature. Again, Andhra Plains drained by Godavari, Krishna and Penneru river. Remember, Penneru is Penneru is a small independent river. Is small east flowing river. It is an important river. It is neither a tributary of Godavari, nor a tributary of Krishna. Then the other important feature is Kolleru Lake and the Pulicat Lake. This region is famous for rice, East Godavari, West Godavari districts, Guntur and aquaculture. Now come to the third part, that is the Tamil Nadu coast. The Tamil Nadu coastline is known as a Coromandel coast. Now from where does it start? It starts from the south of the Pulicat Lake to Kanyakumari. It starts from the south of Pulicat Lake to Kanyakumari. What is an importance of a Coromandel coast? The Coromandel coast, if you remember, if we have not done, but as of today you remember that the India gets rainfall due to southwest monsoon winds. The southwest monsoon winds come and give very heavy rainfall to India, what is known as a rainy season or monsoon season. Now there are two branches of the southwest monsoon winds. One of the branch here lies in the Arabian Sea and the second branch here lies in the Bay of Bengal. You can see here, this is a Bay of Bengal branch. This is Bay of Bengal branch. And this is the Arabian Sea branch of Indian monsoon. This is the Arabian Sea branch of Indian monsoon. This entire monsoon is known as in southwest monsoon. The Arabian Sea branch gives very heavy rainfall. It generally comes to India on June 1st, hits the coast of Kerala and gives very heavy rainfall to this region. You already know that. While the Bay of Bengal branch goes parallel to the coast of Tamil Nadu. It goes, you can see it is going parallel to the Coromandel coast and it goes and hits the northeast India, gives rainfall to Orissa, gives rainfall to the Garo Khasi Jaintia Hill, but does not give rainfall to the Coromandel coast. And that is the, we can say, unique characteristics of a Coromandel coast. The Coromandel coast lies in the rain shadow region of the Western Ghats. Because this is the Western Ghat, the Arabian Sea branch cannot give the rainfall, and the Bay of Bengal branch of the southwest monsoon blows parallel to the coast. Therefore, this coast does not get the rainfall during the southwest monsoon. This coast does not get a rainfall during southwest monsoon. But during the northeast monsoon, that is during the winter season, what happens to here in this region? You can see during the northeast monsoon, the northeast monsoons which originate in the northeastern region, and they, because of the Coriolis force in the northern hemisphere, the winds will get deflected to the right hand side. So they get deflected to the right hand side and they blow over the Bay of Bengal. While blowing over the Bay of Bengal, they pick up moisture from the Bay of Bengal and give rainfall to this part. So you can see these winds are originating from northeast direction, and therefore Indian season mein, Indian climate mein, this Indian, in the Indian geography, we are calling this as a northeast monsoon. The northeast monsoon give very heavy rainfall to the Tamil Nadu coastline or the Coromandel coastline. So that is the next point, the third point. But during the northeast monsoon, as it lies across the northeast monsoon winds, this area gets very heavy rainfall. Remember, Chennai generally has floods during the December month. That is why, that is during the winter season, Chennai gets heavily flooded. So what about the Coromandel coast or the Tamil Nadu coastline? You remember, it is famous for, I am drawing this here, it is famous for winter rainfall. It is famous for winter rain. Why? Because of the northeast monsoon. We will see in detail while doing the Indian geography. Now, the Tamil Nadu coastline, the most important river here is River Kaveri. River Kaveri is the most important river of the Coromandel coast or the Tamil Nadu coastline. So, Tamil Nadu or the Coromandel coast, fertile region, highly agriculturally rich region. It lies in the rain shadow region of the north of the southwest monsoon ka Arabian Sea branch, while the Bay of Bengal branch flows parallel to it. Therefore, this region does not get rainfall during the southwest monsoon season, but during the northeast monsoon season, this region gets very heavy rainfall. Chennai floods occurs in the month of December. So that, remember, it is winter rainfall occurs here. Why? Why the winter rainfall? Because it lies in the across the northeast monsoon winds. We will see to that in detail while doing the Indian monsoon. The most important river here is River Kaveri. Now, let us study some of the important map points here. What I told you regarding the map points is, Chilka Lake in the Utkal Plains. Lake Chilka here in the Utkal Plains. Uske baad, if you come down, what you have? You have Lake Koleru, which is inland. Lake Koleru, which is inland. And here we have Pulicat Lake. We have Lake Pulicat from north to south. Opposite the here in the Chilka, opposite the Utkal Plains is the Wheeler Island. The Wheeler Island. Opposite the Pulicat Lake here we have Sri Harikota Island. We have Sri Harikota Island. What are the important rivers? River Mahanadi is an important river of the Utkal plains. River Mahanadi. Western Ghats, no need of it, but I am showing you to show you the river Godavari. River Krishna is another important river. Godavari, Krishna, Penneru, and river Kaveri. And river Kaveri. River Kaveri. These are the important geomorphological features. Now, if you remember, what is a Puducherry? Puducherry is a union territory in India which consists of the 4 parts. What are the 4 parts of Puducherry? One is the Puducherry itself. The other part is Yanam. The third part is Karaikal. And the fourth part is Mahe. These 4 parts of the Puducherry forms one Puducherry. But these 4 parts are located in 4 different locations in India. Now, this is what you have to remember from the exam point of view. So, let me rub this. Let me rub this so that it becomes easy for you. Otherwise, it will look too much of Now, let us look at the Puducherry. We had done one part of a Puducherry which lies on the western part of India, and that is Mahe. If you remember, we had done that Mahe lies here on the western part of India. So, this is where the Mahe will be in the state of Kerala. Mahe lies in the state of Kerala. The other part, look in your atlas, the other 3 parts lie on the eastern part of India. Look in the political map and tell me where is the Yanam is. Is it surrounding the state of Tamil Nadu, state of Andhra, or lies in the border of both the state? And once you find it, mark it in your atlas. Where it is? The Yanam lies. Could you find Yanam? Look above the Kolleru lake. Look above the Kolleru lake. This is where Yanam will be. This is where Yanam will be. After that, come down. What it is? Puducherry or Karaikal? It is. If you come down, it is the Puducherry region. If I draw India like this, this is the Puducherry region. And this is the Karaikal region. This is the Karaikal region. Let me rub this Puducherry part and draw this again. So here lies the Puducherry. Here lies the Puducherry. So the questions which I am going to ask you now. Tell me a union territory, Puducherry, a part of the Puducherry which is surrounded by Andhra Pradesh. Which it is? It is Yanam. Yanam is surrounded by Andhra Pradesh. A part of Puducherry which is surrounded by Tamil Nadu. Puducherry, the main Puducherry itself and the Karaikal both are surrounded by Tamil Nadu. Arrange the three from north to south. Yanam, Puducherry, Karaikal. So you have YPK. Yanam is to the northernmost, north of Kalleru Lake. Then is the Puducherry region and then is the Karaikal region. A part of the Puducherry which is surrounded by the state of Kerala. The answer is Mahe. It is surrounded by the state of Kerala. So this is how the questions will be in the examination. This is Tamil Nadu, while the rest part is Andhra Pradesh. Rest part is Andhra Pradesh. So this is how the questions will be in the examination. Mahe lies in the Kerala. Yanam lies in Andhra Pradesh. Puducherry and Karaikal in Tamil Nadu. Are you getting this? Look here, that is we are trying to explore how much we can do on the map based questions also, so that the things become easy for you in the examination. Obviously it will require some input from you also. So at the same time I am draw a map in your notebook, and at the same time you can either look into the atlas and mark it, but always keep in mind Yanam, Andhra Pradesh surrounded by, then come to the south Puducherry, then come to the south Karaikal. Puducherry and Karaikal, though it is a part of Union Territory, it is surrounded by the state of Tamil Nadu, and Mahe lies on the western coast of India. Now what are the remaining three things we did? We did the three lakes, that is the Chilka, Kolleru and Pulicat. And let us study this important wetlands, because yahan pe the question, if they do not come directly related to the geography, but it will come to the cousin of it may come from the cousin of geography, I say, that is environment and ecology. So let us study this. Let us study first about the Chilka Lake. What is this Chilka Lake? The Chilka Lake is a brackish water lake, means it is not a freshwater lake, it is the brackish water lagoon in Orissa. It is India's and Asia's largest brackish water lake and the second largest brackish water lagoon in the world. So remember, the Chilka is the India's largest brackish water lagoon and the second largest in the world. Not only India's, it is also Asia's largest lake or lagoon. It is Asia's largest brackish water lagoon. Now where does the Chilka lie? You know in which state? It lies in the state of Orissa. Now this Chilka Lake lies in the state of Orissa at the mouth of a river which drains here. This river is known as a Daya river. This river is known as River Daya. So remember, the Chilka lies at the mouth of a Daya river. And because of extremely rich biodiversity, the Chilka was designated as a first Indian wetland of international importance. It is designated as a wetland of international importance. It was the first wetland in India under. Now wetland ke liye, what is a wetland? Wetland means water body. It can be natural water body as well as a man-made water body. Chilka is a lagoon, lake, and therefore obviously it is a wetland. And the wetlands are covered by which convention? Indian Wildlife Act, Indian Forest Act, Man and Biosphere Reserve, or Ramsar Convention? Option I am giving you. Fine, tell me the answer. You will find it here in the slide itself. It is designated as India's first wetland under Ramsar Convention. Under Ramsar Convention. So the first wetland in India under the Ramsar Convention was Lake Chilka. Under Ramsar Convention. Now, why it is an wetland? It must be having some importance. In fact, it is one of the biodiversity hotspot with one of the largest number of migratory birds visiting the Chilka Lake. So, the Chilka is the largest wintering ground where the migratory birds from Siberia, from the other parts of the world come and settle during the winter, where in the Chilka Lake in the India. So it is one of the largest wintering ground for the migratory birds in Indian subcontinent, and therefore if this is the entire Chilka Lake, usme se one important area has been given, that is such a area is known as core area. It is made a bird sanctuary, and the name of that bird sanctuary is Nalbana Bird Sanctuary or Nalbana Island, which lies in the core area of the Chilka Lake, is declared as a bird sanctuary. Now, bird sanctuary national parks are declared under which act? Under the Wildlife Protection Act of 1973. So they have been declared as a bird sanctuary or a national park under the Wildlife Protection Act. Ramsar wetland under Ramsar Convention, national park or a bird sanctuary under the Wildlife Protection Act. We'll do biosphere reserve, it comes under something else. So if the question comes in the examination that the government declares wildlife or bird sanctuary under which act, they will give you an option to confuse you. One is Environment Protection Act and second is Wildlife Protection Act. You know the answer is Wildlife Protection Act. Chilka Lake, Orissa, Nalbana Bird Sanctuary inside the Chilka Lake. So obviously it lies in the state of Orissa, and this is the part of this is one of the for greater migratory birds. The reason for giving you this photos is so that it gets fit into your mind. So remember this photo and Nalbana Bird Sanctuary. Now, other important attraction of a Chilka Lake is not just the bird, it is the Irrawaddy dolphin. It is the Irrawaddy dolphin. Chilka Lake mein a species, Irrawaddy dolphin species are found. Now, the name Irrawaddy is the name of a river in Myanmar. But remember, the Irrawaddy dolphin is not a freshwater dolphin. It is an example of an oceanic dolphin, which are found near the sea coast and in estuaries. It is an oceanic dolphin. And in India, the Irrawaddy dolphin is found in the Chilka Lake. It looks somewhat like this. Remember, river Ganga is famous for Gangetic dolphin. River Ganga is famous for Gangetic dolphin, but we are destroying this by this Gangetic dolphin as a threat from pollution, from loss of habitat, and therefore to protect it, the government has given it a status of a national aquatic animal. It has given it a status of national aquatic animal. But river Ganga ka dolphin is different. Irrawaddy dolphin is totally different from Gangetic dolphin. This is just a related topic which I am doing it. Okay, Gangetic dolphin is a freshwater dolphin. Irrawaddy dolphin is an oceanic dolphin. It is an oceanic dolphin. So, going back to the previous slide, river Chilka Lake, Nalbana Wildlife Sanctuary, and the Irrawaddy dolphin, not Gangetic dolphin. Which dolphin? Irrawaddy dolphin. What it is? Freshwater or oceanic dolphin? River or oceanic dolphin? It is oceanic dolphin. While our national aquatic animal is Gangetic dolphin. It is a river dolphin or oceanic dolphin? Gangetic dolphin. It is an riverine dolphin. It is a river dolphin. Okay, so don't get confused between Irrawaddy dolphin and Gangetic dolphin. Totally different. Now come to the next. See, the Chilka, though it is not related to geography, but I just want to give you an extra information. The Orissa, near the Chilka Lake, on the Utkal plains, there is a place which is known as Dhauli. Dhauli is famous for rock cut architecture, where the UPSC may ask you the rock cut elephant. Can you see here in the photo? Elephant is there. It is made from a rock. It is made from a single rock. So the rock cut elephant, it is located at where? It is located at Dhauli. So the rock cut elephant. It is famous for the rock cut temple architecture or rock cut elephant. It is a place in the Utkal plains. Dhauli is a place in the Utkal plains where the king Ashoka, Emperor Ashoka, was filled with remorse for killing so many people, and therefore it is famous for rock inscription, Shanti Stupa. It is here where after the Kalinga war, Ashoka converted to Buddhism, and therefore he erected a Shanti Stupa. It is also famous for rock cut elephant, that is at Dhauli. Okay, now we'll come to the next portion here, that is the Kolleru Lake. Now, Kolleru Lake is one of the largest freshwater lake in India. What is the difference between the Pulicat Lake and the Chilka Lake versus Kolleru Lake? Remember, Chilika or Chilka? Chilika Lake and Pulicat Lake are examples of a brackish water lake. While Kolleru Lake is an example of a freshwater lake. Remember, it is not the largest, it is one of the largest. Which is largest? Wait for some lectures. It is located mostly in the state of Andhra Pradesh. It is located, in the state of Andhra Pradesh between the deltas of Krishna and Godavari. Also remember, it is designated as an international wetland under which convention? Under the Ramsar Convention. But which was the first wetland in India under Ramsar Convention? It was Chilika Lake. The first wetland in India under the Ramsar Convention. It was Chilika Lake, which was the first wetland in India under Ramsar Convention. So UPSC may give you a confusing statements and ask you which of the statement is true or false. For example, they can ask you that the Kolleru Lake was the first wetland under Ramsar Convention. True or false? No, it was false. It is false. Which was the first wetland? It is the Chilika Lake. Try to understand what I am saying. Okay, I am stressing on some points, and this can come as a potential questions in the examination. Chilika Lake is a wetland, Kolleru Lake is a wetland, Pulicat Lake is a wetland. All are under Ramsar Convention, but which is the most important? Chilika Lake. It was the first wetland. This Chilika and Pulicat are brackish water lake, while Kolleru is an freshwater lake. Where does it lie? In the state of Andhra Pradesh between Godavari and Krishna Delta. Okay, each and every point is important. It lies between the Krishna Godavari Delta region. Now the third is, as such we are not going to do the Kolleru Lake in detail because there is no some different species. The third lake is the Pulicat Lake. Now the Pulicat Lake is the second largest brackish water lake in the lagoon after lagoon after Chilka Lake. So remember, the Pulicat Lake is the second largest. Which is the largest? Chilika Lake. It is the second largest. Which state it lies? It lies on the border of Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. But maximum 96% of it lies in the state of Andhra Pradesh. That is the second point. It lies mostly in Andhra, 96%, while the remaining part is in Tamil Nadu. Pulicat Lake, what you can see in the photo, which is this bird? This is flamingo. So remember, the Pulicat Lake is famous for flamingos, greater flamingos. The Pulicat Lake is famous for greater flamingos. Chilika Lake or Utkal Plains, if you remember, Wheeler Island, then the Pulicat Lake, there is an island. If this is the Pulicat Lake, this is the mainland India, the shaded part. Then there is a small island here across between the Pulicat Lake and, if this is the India here, This part is the mainland India. This part is the, I'm shading it here. This part is the Pulicat Lake. What is the sea here? The sea is Bay of Bengal. Now can you see the island which I have drawn here between the Pulicat Lake and the sea? The sea is the Bay of Bengal. This island is Sriharikota Island. This Sriharikota Island. Why is the Sriharikota Island? It is therefore it is known, such an island which lies across the mouth are known as a barrier island, and therefore the fourth point is the barrier island of Sriharikota separates the Bay of Bengal from the Pulicat Lake. And what is the importance? Satish Dhawan Space Center, one of the two satellites launching center. One satellite launching center is Thumba, Kerala, western coast, while the other satellite launching center is the Satish Dhawan Space Center. It is located across the Pulicat Lake on the Sriharikota Island. So remember, Pulicat Lake, Sriharikota Island, satellite launch. So if the question comes, Wheeler Island, which state? Orissa. Pulicat Lake or Sriharikota? Across the Pulicat Lake. Wheeler Island, missiles. Pulicat Lake, satellite. So you remember, these are the important points regarding the East Coastal Plains of India. I will stop here. I hope that you have enjoyed the lecture. Go through the lecture again, revise it again, note down the important points and solve the past year questions. Till the time we meet again, thank you very much.